Hey guys, it's Siobhan here. So, since I uploaded my last video performing For the Love of God by Steve Vai, I've received a lot of messages asking me questions about the significance of the chord progression, which I mentioned in the video description that it's a very special chord progression. So, you asked me about what makes this chord progression significant and what is so special about it. So I thought about doing a tutorial for you. Hopefully, in this tutorial, we're gonna figure out the chords and learn why they're so significant and what are the notes that makes them special, yeah? So, the whole chord progression is only 3 chords. It's E minor, it's A minor, and it's F major, yeah? So, it's very basic. Thousands of guitar players know these 3 chords. It's the notes that we add into these chords that makes them unique. For example, let's talk about the first chord in the chord progression, which is E minor, yeah? In the sheet it says E minor add ninth. What is a ninth? What is an add ninth? It means you add the ninth note of the scale into the chord, yeah? The easiest way to figure this out is actually to play the chord and find out the ninth one, yeah? So let's figure it out and let's count together, yeah? We will play the E minor scale and figure out the ninth note in the E minor, yeah? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We found it. It's F, yeah? So if we add F into the chord, you will see the result, yeah? So E minor, let's add F to it. But you will hear that the result isn't so pleasing. Why? Because you must know by now that in E minor, the F is sharp. It's not natural. So we need to sharpen the F so that it becomes like this. So beautiful. So far we have this. Yeah. I'll show you a very easy trick to find the 9. Because although it's totally okay, but if you're in a band or you're in a live show, somebody gives you a sheet that has an add 9 chord on it, you can't just sit down and count to figure it out. There must be a quicker way to find it, yeah? Of course there is. Think about it. Every 9th note in a scale is actually the second note of the scale as well. So if we play E minor again, it's E, F sharp, right? So you don't have to do, you can actually do, oh, this is the 9, yeah? Very neat trick. So every time you see a 9, think about the second note of the scale. That is the 9th note, yeah? Lovely. Let's talk about the second chord. It's, in the sheet it says F major 7 with sharp 11th. I know, when I look at the sheet, I'm like, oh my God, it's a very long name. But we're gonna figure it out, it's okay. Let's break it down into 2. That'll be easier way to learn about the entire chord, yeah? So the first part is F major 7, all right? This is F major naturally. If we make it F major 7, it'll be like this. Yeah. How do we get this sound? Every 7th note in a scale, all right? In our case, it's E, because we're in F, yeah? Every 7 note in a scale, if you add it to a chord, it makes it an F major 7, or let's say a major 7, yeah? Lovely. So in our case, because we're in F, if you count it with your finger, you will know that E is the 7th note. So this is how we create F major 7. It's so lovely, like you can try it in different positions. It's so nice. What about the second part of the chord? Now we learned the first one. Second part is sharp 11th. Let's use the same thing that we did for the 9th and let's find the 11th note. Alright? So let's count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11th. So the 11th in F is B flat. But the sheet says it needs to be a sharp 11th. So it's B. Alright? So we're gonna sharpen the B flat into B. And this is how the chord is complete. But here's a little issue. You have this shape down, F major 7. How are you gonna fit a B note into this? If you use this B, you're either gonna lose E, which makes the F major 7, or you're gonna have to lose the C, which is the third to the F, and it's very, very important to the chord. How do we get the C right? And it's not possible to play this one, because you're already playing an A over here. Think about the guitar, and think about the chord. What's the two notes that make this chord special? It's the E for the major 7, and the sharp 11, which is the C. If you can see the guitar, you have them both here, open. There's the E, and there's your C. You only need to do one little thing, and you're gonna get the chord. Look at the shape, F major 7. If you just raise this bar finger a little bit, like so, just raise it a little bit, you got the chord, and it's amazing. Alright, so far we have this. Awesome. Let's talk about the last chord, which is the third one, and it's an A minor add 9. By now, you know that if we're talking about ninth, you think about the second note immediately. So I'm not going to play the scale again. What's the second note in A? Of course, it's B. Alright, so we have here A minor. We're going to add a B into the chord to make it A add 9. So if we're in this shape, where's the closest B? You have this, you have this, you have this, you have this. All of them are B's, but this one is the best result, right? You're going to need some stretching for this chord, but it's fine. You can do it. We're going to do this, yeah? How beautiful is that? And then we go back to the first chord. So the whole thing together sounds like this. Lovely. I hope you enjoyed the chord progression. Just for the sake of the video, I will play the melody or the solo on top of the chord progression again, because now that you learned about the progression, it's only right to listen to it again, alright, with the chord progression. And hopefully the video helped. Just a quick note about the melody. You may see that there's a lot of shredding going on in the video, but the whole thing is based on one beautiful musical phrase written by Steve Vai, alright? I'm gonna play it cleanly so you know what the melody is and what the concept is, and this is where the solo happens, alright? So this is the melody. So that is the phrase. The whole solo is based on this, yeah? I hope you enjoyed the tutorial, guys. Now I'm going to play the main solo on top of the chord progression, and you will know what it sounds like altogether. Of course, you can play, create infinite loops with the chord progression and play your own solos on top of it. I hope the video helped. See you next time.